Hi-ho, YouTube. Today I'll be covering the top 10 catchers, in my opinion, coming into the MLB season of 2021. There's some names you won't be seeing on this list that might shock you, including Yadier Molina. I know, Cardinal legend Yadier Molina is not in my top 10, but there's some really good catchers on this list. I don't think catcher is a very deep position right now in MLB, so there's some names that could just be fluctuated anywhere, but this is my top 10. Let's get it started right now. At number 10, we have Austin Nola of the San Diego Padres. Nola is entering his age 31 season. He's only got a couple of seasons under his belt in the big leagues right now. His 162 game average is nothing impressive, but his 2020 was not too shabby, especially in Seattle, where he hit 306 with 5 homers and 19 RBIs, an OPS of 903, and he slugged 531. When he got traded over to San Diego, his numbers came down a bit, but I look for him to have a bounce back year for the Padres, a great leader behind the plate for the Padres, and I think he'll help that pitching staff out a lot, and I think he's going to hit quite a bit. He's a very good defensive catcher, and I think the San Diego Padres got them a good one right here for the next few years in Austin Nola, coming in at number 10. At number 9, we have Christian Vazquez of the Boston Red Sox. Vazquez is entering his age 30 season, and he's got some pop in that bat for the Boston Red Sox. He hit 23 homers in 2019. He hit 7 in only 47 games last year. His average has been hovering around 280, and he slugged 477 and 457 the last 2 seasons, which also equated to an OPS of 798 and 801. He's not going to hurt you behind the plate defensively. He's got a pretty good glove and a good arm, and he gets on base, at a decent clip, 344 last season, which is not awful for a catcher. He can run a little bit for a catcher, but not, no catcher is really a speed demon out there. But yeah, I like Christian Vazquez's bat a lot, and that's why I have him slotted in at number 9 here coming into the 2021 season. At number 8, we have Mitch Garver from the Minnesota Twins. I love using his cards in MLB The Show. Let me tell you, he's got a little bit of power. Mitch is entering his age 30 season for the Minnesota Twins, and this guy has been coming on like crazy. In 2019, he had 31 bombs. He only played 23 games last year. He had a couple homers. It was really a down year, but if we're going back to 2018, 2019, he's averaging about 270. His on base in 2019 was 365, slugged 630, 995 OPS, and that led to a 157 OPS plus. He won the Silver Slugger for catchers, of course, because that's a monster season. Last year, I threw out the window for pretty much everybody, as COVID just kind of wrecked the whole season, so I don't really put a lot of weight into what happened last year. I'm looking more at 2019, and I look for more of that Mitch Garver coming into the 2021 season. That's why I have him slotted at number 8. Coming in at number 7, I have Travis d'Arnaud of the Atlanta Braves. Travis is coming into his age 32 season. It seems like he's been around even longer than that. He won a Silver Slugger last year for the Atlanta Braves. He played for the Mets, the Dodgers, the Rays, and now he's with the Braves. And I look for him to be the mainstay there for Atlanta, because he's still kind of in the end of his prime there. He had 19 homers in 2019, 16 in 2017. So he's got a little bit of power in his bat, even though, last year he had 9 bombs in only 44 games. That's pretty darn impressive. A 533 slug and 919 OPS for the Atlanta Braves. That's getting it done right there. I really look for him to continue more of that for Atlanta. I think he likes hitting in the National League and likes playing in the National League. He's more comfortable there, and that's why I have him slotted in at number 7, Travis d'Arnaud. At number 6, it's the kid, Shawn Murphy for the Oakland Athletics. Shawn is entering his age 26 season. He's only had 2 seasons so far, but they've been kind of impressive. He hit 245 in 2019, 233, but that's not what we're really looking at. We're looking at the power potential. He had 4 homers in only 20 games in 2019, and in 43 games, he had 7 bombs last year. He had an OPS of 899 in 2019 and 821 last year. He finished 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting last year. So he's really going to be starting to come into his own this year, and I look for some big things out of the Oakland backstop. I really like his potential. He's very good defensively. He's got a lot of pop, and I look for him to be a 25 to 30 homer guy potentially this year in Oakland. And you know how they like those low money players, and he's definitely one of those right now. But one of these days, this kid's going to get paid behind the dish. That's Shawn Murphy coming in at number 6. At number 5, I got Will Smith for the Los Angeles Dodgers, and he's been getting jiggy with it the last couple of years, let me tell you. Will is another one of the young guns in the league. He's coming into his age 26 season, and he hit 15 home runs in 2019, 8 last year in only 37 games. His average was 289 last year, and I look for that to be about what it's going to sit at. 401 on base percentage. That's insane. 579 slugging last year, and last 2 years his OPS 907 and 980, which equates to an OPS plus of 134 and 164 last season. He's got a good arm. He plays a good backstop, and he calls a good game. The Dodgers pitchers rave about how much they like him behind the plate when he's calling their game. And the kid's only going to get better. I look for him to be about a 25 to 30 homer guy, just like Shawn Murphy, and that's why I have him slotted at number 5 here. That's getting jiggy with it, Will Smith. At number 4, it is Willson Contreras of the Chicago Cubs. I like this kid a lot, and I don't think he's going to be with the Cubs much longer. So Willson had a down year last year. If you really look at his stats and his numbers, he had 7 homers, he had 243, and you think to yourself, over 57 games, that's a down year, but it really is. In 2019 and 2018, he was an all-star. 2019, he hit 24 homers, drove in 64 with a batting average of 272. His on-base percentage the last couple of years has been hovering right around 355. But that 2019 season, he slugged 533 with an 888 OPS and a 127 OPS plus. Like I said, he was an all-star in 18 and 19, and I look for him wherever he is to get back to that kind of form. This kid can flat out catch. He's got a cannon for an arm. He reminds me a lot of Yachty behind the plate. But that's Willson Contreras coming in at number 4. At number 3, this is personally my favorite catcher right now to watch play, and that's Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals. Salvy's coming into his age 31 season. He missed all of 2019 with injuries. He came back last year and he tore it up. He had 11 homers with a 333 average, 353 on base percentage, slugged 633, and had a 986 OPS. 161 OPS plus. He won the Silver Slugger in the American League. He's won the Silver Slugger 3 times in the American League. You're talking about a 6-time All-Star, and he's finished top 22 in the MVP voting twice, including number 17 last year. For the Kansas City Royals, that's a big thing. I mean, you think about it, behind the plate, he is the leader of the Royals, and he's absolutely my favorite catcher to watch play. He can hit, and he's the best defensive catcher in baseball, in my opinion, and nobody's ever going to change my mind. Right now, Salvy is the king as far as defense goes at the catcher position, and I just love watching him play. He's an absolute gem to the game, and I think he's going to have another monster season. I look for him to put up probably right around 25 to 30 homers for the Kansas City Royals this year if he stays healthy, Chiefs. I got football on the brain. At number 2, we have my favorite catcher to use as far as live series goes in MLB The Show, and that is Yasmani Grandal of the Chicago White Sox. Yasmani coming in at number 2, and boy, this guy can mash. He averages about 25 homers a season for the last 5 years. He did have 8 last year in only 46 games. As you remember, it's a shortened season. His on-base percentage is really good as well. He averages about 350 in his career. He can slug at about 475 clip. His OPS is about 800 for his career, and his OPS plus is at 115. He's a 2-time All-Star. You're talking about a guy who's been in the MVP voting a couple of times, and he's exactly what the White Sox need behind the plate to help lead this young team. I really look for big things out of Yasmani and the White Sox this year. They're actually my pick to go to the World Series, and if they're going to go, this guy's got to stay healthy and be a big part of that. He'll DH a little bit. He'll catch a lot because he can defend. I really, really like Grandal a lot, and he's number 2 on my top 10 coming into 2021. At number 1, there really is only one answer for catchers, and anybody that has anybody else but JT Realmuto is just lying to themselves. He's clearly the number 1 catcher in baseball right now. JT does it all. He can mash and he can catch behind the plate. He's got a good arm, great defender. He's got some speed for a catcher, probably one of the quickest catchers in baseball, I would say. He averages about 23 homers a season. I look for him to, probably match or go higher than that this year, depending upon where he goes. I like his chances to end up with the Mets, really. And if he does, look out for those Mets, man. He is a two-time All-Star, two-time Silver Slugger winner, and he finished top 15 in the MVP voting in 2019. His OPS sits right around, 830 on average, and his OPS plus 123 last season, 126 in 2018, and 111 in 2019. That's absolutely ridiculous for a catcher. He is hands down the best catcher in baseball. No matter where he ends up this season, he will be number one as long as he stays healthy, and that's JT Realmuto, my number one catcher coming into the 2021 season. So that's it. That's my top 10 catchers coming into the 2021 season. I still love you, Yachty. Don't worry about it. You're just not top 10 right now, but I still love you. Make sure that if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, you click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. Just do it. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button. Also, any comments below. I know there's probably going to be some arguments about where people are slotted and who's not on the list. I love it. Give me the feedback. Tell me what I did wrong. I love hearing it. I can take it. Just give it to me. Make sure you're following my Twitch over at twitch.tv, Big Old Buck. I stream every day, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. Central to 3 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes we go a little later, especially on Saturdays. We do not stream on Sundays at all, though. Also, make sure to follow me on my Twitter. Both links are in the description below, my Twitter and my Twitch. Follow them. They're both free, and you can keep up on everything Big Old Buck. Until next time, guys, I will see you later.